The giant's fruit. Grace is such a rude girl. When she wants to eat fruit, she just takes it. When she wants to go first through a narrow alley, she just pushes other people. There is a rumor about a giant in Grace's village. The trees in his castle grow fruit that smells so nice, so people can't just pass by. Have you eaten the giant's fruit? Grace hears a friend ask. Yes, it was a taste of heaven. Another friend answers. Grace wants to eat the fruit too. Where is this giant's castle? Grace asks. On the top of that mountain, the boy answers. Oh, okay. But Grace, the boy says, you should be careful. You should be really polite. Right, the giant eats rude people, the other friend says. Grace doesn't listen and just runs toward the mountain. That night, Grace arrives at the giant's castle. There is a doorbell on the side. But Grace is so rude that she just opens the door. When she gets inside, there is fruit everywhere. Grace finds some baskets and starts to pick fruit without permission. Soon, the baskets are full. But at that moment, "You little thief!" the giant shouts. He picks her up and swallows her. Within a second, Grace is in the giant's stomach. It's so dark, I'm scared, she says. Then she sees someone walking toward her. Hey, the girl says. Grace is shocked. The girl looks just like her. Oh, you have nice shoes, the girl says. She just takes Grace's shoes. What are you doing? I need them, Grace says. What's that? The girl says. Let me have it. I'm hungry. She snatches Grace's fruit and eats it. You are really rude, Grace says. Oh, that must be a way out, the girl says, pointing. I'll go first. She pushes Grace she has been to everyone. She feels bad. She closes her eyes and starts to cry. Suddenly, there is a beam of light. When Grace opens her eyes, she is in front of the castle again. Grace rings the doorbell and asks politely, "May I come in?" "Sure," the giant answers. "May I have some fruit?" Grace asks. "Sure," the giant answers. Now Grace can eat as much delicious fruit as she wants. Finding Miss Chopstick. In Tabletown live many utensils. They each have a special ability. Mr. Spoon is good at scooping rice. Mrs. Fork is good at twirling noodles. Mr. Knife is good at cutting steak. Mr. Chopstick envies the other utensils because they are so useful. He wants to be like them. Maybe I can scoop soup. Maybe I can twirl noodles. Maybe I can cut steak. But he can't do any of those things. I can't do anything. Mr. Chopstick sighs. Mrs. Spoon appears. "Cheer up, Mr. Chopstick," she says. "But Mrs. Spoon, I can't do anything on my own," Mr. Chopstick says. "Aha! I have an idea," Mrs. Spoon says. "Why don't you find someone just like you? Maybe you can do many things together." "That's a great idea, Mrs. Spoon," Mr. Chopstick says. "I'll go find someone then. Wish me luck." "Good luck," Mrs. Spoon says. Mr. Chopstick begins his adventure. First, he meets Miss Straw. "I'm looking for someone to be my partner," Mr. Chopstick says. "Would you?" "No thanks," Miss Straw says. "I'm fine on my own." Then Miss Toothpick appears. "Hey, how about me?" "Sorry," Mr. Chopstick says. "You're too small." Mr. Chopstick is disappointed because he can't find anyone right for him. Then suddenly, he hears someone calling for help. It's Mrs. Spoon. Her son, Little Spoon, is in danger. Oh no, Mr. Chopstick says. I want to help, but what can I do? Just then, Mr. Chopstick sees someone standing on the other side of the sink. Her name is Miss Chopstick. She looks just like Mr. Chopstick. Excuse me, Mr. Chopstick says. Would you help me save Little Spoon? Miss Chopstick hesitates. But Together we can save him, Mr. Chopstick says. Mr. Chopstick and Miss Chopstick put their arms around each other. Then they pick Little Spoon up together. They save Little Spoon. Thank you, Mrs. Spoon says. Together, they can do many things. So from now on, Mr. Chopstick and Miss Chopstick will always be together. Joey the Inventor. 발명가 조이. Joey is an inventor. He likes to help his friends with his inventions. My hat blew off into the bear's cave, Harry says. Joey uses a robot he made to get the hat. I dropped my boot in the river. Should I go in and find it? Millie asks. I don't think that's a good idea. Use my robot to find your boot instead, Joey says. One day, Joey gets a letter. It's from someone named Toby. Who is Toby? Joey wonders. Hi, Joey. My name is Toby. I've heard that you are a good inventor. I need your help. Please come to my home. Joey goes to Toby's home. Hi, Joey. Thank you for coming, Toby says. He looks like a weird fish, Joey thinks. I am a frog. But I look so different from my mom and dad, Toby says. A frog? Frogs don't look like you, Joey says. I know. Please make me look like a frog. Give me some time. Joey goes back home and thinks for a while. Frogs have legs, but Toby doesn't have legs. I'll make him some. Joey starts to make robot legs. It takes him several days to finish. Joey goes to Toby's home again. Toby, I made you legs. When Toby comes out of the water, Joey is surprised. Toby has legs. How did you get those? Joey asks. I don't know. I just woke up in the morning with them, Toby says. But I still don't look like a frog. I'm not green, Toby says. I'll change your body color. Just wait, Joey says. Joey makes a potion that can change body colors. It takes him several days again. He goes back to Toby's home. Toby, I'm here with a potion, he shouts. When Toby comes out of the water, Joey is surprised again. You're green, Joey says. Right, Toby says. I felt itchy yesterday and turned green. But I'm still not a frog. Look at this tail. Don't worry, I'll figure it out, Joey says and heads back home. What should I do about his tail? Joey thinks it over. He thinks about it for days, but he still doesn't know what to do. I have no choice, Joey finally says. He goes to Toby's home. Hey, Toby, Joey says. I'm sorry to tell you this, but... Suddenly, Toby jumps out of the pond. Hey, Joey, look at me. I've become a real frog. Mr. Miller's Magic Wand. Wow! Dad! Dad! Austin says. buy me a magic wand? Please? Huh? What do you need a wand for? Dad asks. I want to be a wizard, just like Mr. Miller, Austin says. A wizard? Dad asks. Yes, Dad. When Mr. Miller taps his magic wand, people quiet down. His wand can make people move. It can also make people cry or smile. So, can you please buy me a magic wand? Austin says. Sure, why not? Dad answers. What wand is Austin talking about? Dad thinks. I'll buy many ones from a toy shop. Then he can choose one. That night, Dad gives the toy wands to Austin. But Austin is disappointed. These aren't magic wands, Austin says. Dad thinks some more and asks, Who is Mr. Miller, Austin? Can you take me to him? Okay, Dad. We can go see Mr. Miller this Saturday. On Saturday. An auditorium? Dad says. Yes, Dad. That's where Mr. Miller will be. A wizard in an auditorium? Dad and Austin go inside the auditorium. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, the host says. Please take your seats. Hurry up, Dad. Let's take our seats, Austin says. Soon, they see an orchestra on stage. Then, the conductor appears. Look, Dad, there's Mr. Miller, Austin whispers. Mr. Miller takes out his baton. At that moment, Dad realizes what Mr. Miller's wand actually is. Mr. Miller taps the music stand with his baton. Everyone quiets down. When Mr. Miller raises his baton, the violinists raise their instruments. When Mr. Miller lowers his baton, the violinists lower their instruments. Whatever Mr. Miller's baton points to makes beautiful sounds. His baton makes the musicians move. It makes people cry. It also makes them smile. Just like Austin said, Mr. Miller's baton is truly magical. Dad smiles at Austin. Austin looks at Dad and says, "See, Dad? That's the magic wand I told you about." The unicorn's tears. In a faraway kingdom, there live a princess and a king. One day, the princess gets ill. The king orders everyone to find a cure. But no medicine can heal the princess. One of the servants says, "Your Majesty, have you heard of unicorns?" "No, I haven't." The king says, "Unicorns are magical creatures with a horn and wings. Their tears can heal anything. There's a unicorn in the cave in our village." The king orders his knights to get the unicorn's tears. "Whoever brings back the tears first will be rewarded," he says. Many knights try to get the unicorn's tears, but they fail. What happened? A villager asks a knight. "Did you find the unicorn?" "Yes, I did," the knight says. "But the unicorn didn't cry." "Oh no," the villager says. "Who will save our princess?" "Don't worry, everyone," Sir William says. "I will bring back the unicorn's tears." "But how?" the villager asks. "I have a plan," Sir William says. After a few days, Sir William arrives at the unicorn's cave. "I'm ready to tell some sad stories, and I'm ready to play some sad music. I'll make the unicorn cry." Sir William enters the cave, but he's shocked when he sees the unicorn. "What happened to you?" Sir William asks. "Many people have come for my tears for a long time," the unicorn says. "They have told me sad stories, and they have played sad music, so my tears have dried up." Sir William feels sorry for the unicorn. He no longer wants to make it cry. Instead, Sir William decides to make the unicorn feel better. He tries to make the unicorn laugh. Then suddenly, ouch! The unicorn laughs and laughs. laughs so much that it starts to cry. Silver tears fall from the unicorn's eyes. Thank you for making me laugh, the unicorn says. Then it gives Sir William its silver tears. I hope you use my tears well. Sir William brings the unicorn's tears to the palace. Soon, the tears heal the princess. Thanks to Sir William, the princess is healthy again. Finding the oasis. One day, some animals in a desert are having a talk. There is not enough water, the camel says. There is no food either, the peccary says. We can't live here anymore, the desert fox says. The eagle told me about an oasis the other day, the peccary says. What is an oasis? The camel asks. He said it's a place with a lot of food and water. The animals go to the eagle's home. We want to go to the oasis. Can you tell us where it is? The camel asks. See that dune over there? It's behind that dune, the eagle answers. The animals head out to the oasis. They walk and walk and walk. It's too far, and I'm so thirsty, one of the meerkats says. Me too. I need water, the peccary says. Guys, I brought some water. Let's share it, the camel says. The animals drink the water. They start to walk again. But then, hey, there's a sandstorm coming! One of the meerkats shouts. What should we do? The camel says. Don't worry, we'll dig burrows. We can all hide in them, the meerkat says. The meerkats dig big burrows in the sand. Now, let's wait for the sandstorm to pass, another meerkat says. After the sandstorm, the animals start to walk again. But they run into a huge forest of cacti. Oh no! They say. camel says. Don't worry, guys. I'll handle this, the peccary says. The peccary quickly eats some of the cacti and makes a path. As the animals walk again, it becomes dark. They see a sign. Coyotes, what should we do? We need to get some sleep, the peccary says. Don't worry, I'll protect you all night, the fox says. The fox looks out for coyotes. Later, he hears something. The fox looks out and sees some coyotes coming toward them. Wake up! Wake up! Run! He shouts. The animals run fast up a dune. But soon, the coyotes catch up with them. The animals panic. Then they hear the sound of wings. It's the eagle. Leave it to me, friends, the eagle says. Thank you, the animals say. The animals keep running up the dune. When they get beyond it, look! The leader of the wild beasts. In a grassland, there lives a group of wild beasts. The group has a leader. The leader can eat the group's food first. He can also play on the swing first. All the other beasts wish they could be like him. One day, the leader, a cheetah named Scar, gathers the wild beasts together. I'm too old to be the leader now, Scar says. Who wants to be the new leader? A leopard named Apollo and a hyena named Savannah raise their paws. If I become the leader, Apollo says, I will give you all yummy earthworms once a week. Huh? Earthworms? Savannah says. I will give you chicken once a week. Being the leader seems so cool, a lion named Hunter thinks. If I become the leader, I can eat delicious food first. And I can play on the swing first.